The most common phobia, it's a little something called glossophobia. It's the fear of public speaking. As many as 75% of people have it.
Our pets have fears too. In this week's Pet Talk, how fear affects our dogs and what we can do to help them out.
Nebraska Humane Society Pet Behavior Specialist Cathy Guinane returns. Good to see you, Cathy.
Hi, Cathy.
Good morning.
And you brought in Ruby.
This
and Ruby's
is Ruby.
got this little cone on her head.
She does, because she keeps licking her incision site.
Oh.
And
Was she fixed? Is
she
that what
was.
happened?
We had her spayed. She may have had something else done as well. I didn't look that far.
So no major problems with her.
No, she's very
perfectly healthy.
very active. Otherwise, she's in good shape to go.
Look at her. She
Very
sees
friendly.
herself.
Very curious.
Yeah.
She's a Chihuahua mix.
She hasn't said much for Chihuahua.
No, she hasn't.
Does she know that she's supposed to be barking?
No, she doesn't. So we're not going to tell her that information.
Okay. Well, she is a little, as Cathy likes to say, she moves a lot.
She's wiggly.
She feels a little bit restless, so she's just kind of hanging out. But you know, it looks like she's probably had pups at some point. But anyway, she's looking for an awesome home now.
Yes.
Sometimes with small dogs, you caution us to say like, you know, itty bitty kids and small dog or kids that are like
Come see
learning
Uncle
to
Mike.
kids that are just learning to walk with small
There you
dogs.
go.
It's not always a great fit. What do you
Right.
say about Ruby?
We have her down as kids over 12 and up, just because she is so tiny. And if they fall on her, and they wouldn't mean to, but they could really hurt her because she's very tiny. She's just very petite.
She seems fairly confident. She
Yes,
hasn't met
she
a
does.
stranger yet.
She's not
No.
too scared, but some dogs have fear, right?
They do. Some dogs have a lot of fear. And, you know, out of fear, they can also bite. So, you know, you try not to take them in places where they're not going to be real comfortable, because
What are they afraid of? What causes that for some
It can
dogs?
be noises, it can be people, it can be other animals, anything. As you know, wide a variety is what it is, can be for people, and it just depends on what an experience they had that scared them, and that's kind of what's stuck in their brain a little bit.
What can we do then to help ease their fears, especially if you're adopting a dog? They're not a puppy. You don't know their life story yet, so
Exactly.
you might not even know what the trigger. She keeps running.
That cone keeps.
Ruby.
Yes.
Poor Ruby.
Mike, hold
Doesn't
her. I
bother.
don't want her.
Well, she
It doesn't
doesn't want to
bother
be
her.
held,
Yeah.
Mayor.
She, okay, but what can you do, even if whether you do or don't know the catalyst for that fear?
Basically, what we do is we send people kind of back to square one, and we give them lots of puppy experiences to help build their confidence. We make everything in a very positive light. We put treats with it, toys with it, whatever the dog really likes. So it becomes a more fun, more secure. It also helps when the person who has the dog does this with them, because it bonds. It's a bonding experience. Well, so then they can get some confidence from that person as well. It's a fun thing.
And how long is the class? How long does it take?
The Fearful Dog is a 4-week class.
Here, you want to grab that?
And
I just want her to be happy. She
Yes.
wants to run around.
We meet
she
once a
wants
week.
to investigate the set.
We meet once a week for an hour. And basically what we do is we learn lots of different behaviors, because that also helps them build confidence in ways of greeting people. Hey dear, come here. We teach people what to look for in their dog. What's the body language? What's the, what's their dog telling them by the look, by their ears, by their tails, by what their presence is to them.
And
So
what do
they
you
can-
do when you feel like your dog is sending you signals that they're afraid in that moment? Do you force the issue with them to try to get? Yeah, no.
We back out of the issue, get their confidence back a little bit, and then go back with them if possible. If not, we just slowly work back so they can be more confident in that situation. Maybe there are different ways you can break it down, so that little pieces of it we start with till we can get to the whole big picture.
Yeah, and the next class, again,
Starts this weekend.
This weekend.
And then runs for 4 weeks.
4
So
weeks.
you're not committing,
No.
6 months of your life to this deal. It's
Right, and
1
that's-
hour, 4
it's-
times.
For these scared guys, that's kind of a lot. That's to get them through that. It just gives people a chance to get them over the hump,
Yeah.
practice a bit, and then we always have them come into any of the other Fun with Fido classes.
Yeah, Ruby
Because
gave you a
they're-
little kiss there.
Yes, she does.
She's very
She gives
friendly.
kisses.
Do people have to sign up before? Can they drop into the first class?
They need to sign up. They can register online. Customer service are going to be your two best ways at this point. You can call, and we can send you out information, but to get it back in the mail is going to be a little tricky, too.
Sure.
Okay, just go to the head of the website to do
Yeah,
that.
it's
Also,
easiest.
one of the things we talk about on your occasional visits are pet licensing, and the deadline was March 15th, right? So if you miss that deadline, what do you have to do to get squared away?
You have to pay a fine,
Okay.
but you can still
How
come
much
out
is
and
the fine?
register.
Do you remember?
I think it's $50.
$50.
Yes.
And you get registered. What are you looking at me like that for,
Did you
Mary?
pay it?
Wondering.
I handled my business this year, all right?
Yes, you did? Okay.
I was
then
late
you-
one time. Listen, I was late one time.
That's okay.
Both Cathy and I have this accusatory
I know
look.
they both like- I was late
What'd
one
you
time and I've
do?
never lived it down.
But what happens if your dog runs away and you haven't licensed? I mean, it compounds after a while.
does.
It's not just a matter of licensing.
These start to add up a little bit. But if you have them licensed and you get a free trip home every year.
Yeah,
But I'd rather
why
not
you
lose my
license.
dog.
Yeah, that's
Right.
why you license your pets.
Right.
And it's the law.
It's
That's
the
the
law.
other side
There
of
you go.
things. The website is anyhumanesociety.org, and they have all of the adoptable pets posted online, and they update that list consistently throughout the day, so it's always current. If you're looking to grow your family, add somebody to it, check out anyhumanesociety.org. Also there, a full menu of the classes, whether it's a specialty class like the Fearful Dog class that we've talked about today, or even some of the basics,
Right.
the out on the town stuff, all that is available online.
Yes.
Thank you, Cathy.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ruby, nice to meet you, sweetie. Yep, she said you too.
She's really
I could
neat.
hear her. All right, did you ever